I've been out in the sunshine, but looks like the sunshine is gone now, and it's going to rain again. Here we go. So there's the place where I had that wonderful Shekinah sun. So I'm just going to share here. So Jesus Christ the Messiah is the Prince of Peace, the wonderful Counsellor, and is coming again quickly. And that healing consciousness of Christ and love is honourable, thereby God, and that creative force that is way beyond us. But the meaning of God's names is that He who causes love to become whole and one in us. So the doggies are not liking the rain, and somebody's going past. So yeah, a lot of my revelations have been as I walk a lot, and there we go. So I'll just read to you today the healing process from Discern from the Gemstones of Revelation. There we go. It's all a bit windy here, so I have to hold on to it all. So we have to have the courage to seek the positive love, joy, peace and happiness to turn away from sin. We have to have faith, the assured expectation of positive love, which is always good. The assured expectation of the things hoped for, the evident demonstration of realities though not beheld. This is how it's written at Hebrews 11:1. So it's the ultimate psychological thought pattern for good, for faith, for trust, not having fear. And to seek that happiness, the twofold peace and joy with moral love with others, self and with God. And we all have quiet consciences then, feel happy. That peace, a clear conscience with others, self and God. Twofold peace, which is the meaning of the name Jerusalem. Wrestling, so we have constant battle of choices, positive or negative, right or wrong, haram or halal. Whatever nation we're from, we still have all of those choices every moment of every day. So it's about choosing that righteous choice. When we get it wrong, or when others get it wrong, then there has to be forgiveness and saying sorry. It's the only way to heal when things go wrong or negative. Of course, much better not to do in the first place, but that forgiveness, saying sorry, repenting, is what we have to do to heal. To be able to hear, we have to actively hear and acknowledge the reality of someone's feelings. So all feelings need acknowledgement, otherwise they just keep going and going and going and going until they're made conscious. So we have to listen to them, we have to process them, we have to process them in regard to love and have that forgiveness and apology. Adhere, so we need to be loyal to each other and adhere to God's love and adhere to the healing process if we want to attain to that love that we all desire, that endorphin love. Then we get the positive reward, which is the endorphin release in us for the anandamide bliss molecule for heaven on earth. Of course, all drugs and alcohol will blot out uncomfortable, hurtful feelings and give false feelings of joy and love, but they're not sustainable, they're thereby addictive. So the love that we need to be addicted to is the love of God, which is always love and light and enlightening and giving energy. Alright, doggies. So then when we've attained to that positive reward and happiness and inner peace and outer peace and everything going well, then we have to be tolerant and patient and kind with others, with self-control, not to betray or hurt others. So everyone's at a different stage of their journey. I don't know, we're told we're going to be changed just as in the twinkling of an eye, which I think is a nervous system change, because that's what the healing process takes. It's a shift in our nervous system and the way our brain functions. So is that each person attaining to it individually? I think we do have to conform to God's love in order to be able to do that. That's how we release the pain. Whether it's going to happen on a mass scale We don't know, do we? We have to wait and see, I guess. Whether it's the 100th monkey effect, when enough people do it, then it starts to escalate in that quantum way, the way that energy works. So let's see. We have to have trust. Trust is fundamental to feeling safe and secure, for faith to love in accord with God's love, for twofold peace. So it's that inner peace and outer peace. Peace with the self and peace with God and peace with others. And this all comes from truth. God's love is truth. Spirit is truth. Only mourning our pains will set us free. And blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Jesus Christ says this. So the Spirit bears witness with the Spirit. The law leads to faith, which leads to Christ. I've heard recently that Bibles have been removed from law courts, which the whole basis of the law is on the holy books, so how can you remove them? Extraordinary. Oops, sorry, just dropped the phone. So, it's very cold here actually, sleep's coming in, so I'm just going to follow that with a new heaven, which is the stones used as a metaphor for that healing process, because all of those states of conscious light for enlightenment are from the healing properties and the names of the sons of Israel cited at Revelation 21. Oh, and I think it's Revelation 7 where it lists the sons of Israel, and that the healing is for all nations, all peoples, all nations, from every tongue. So it's not only Christians, it's not any one religious order, it is all people, all nations, heaven on earth. And I guess these are the nations of of the consciousness that we need to adhere to and need to have. Well, then we have the cup of love there, so we have to have the love, the faith, the discernment between the right and wrong, to seek, to choose righteousness, to have the consciousness for friendship, brotherly love, unity and communion with God's love. So it says the same thing. That's discerned from Revelation 2 and 3, from the letters to the first Christian congregations there, the 7 churches. So, new heaven, everything real is invisible. So that's our feelings. Yeah, we can all say we're feeling fine when we're not. People can be being eaten up inside, they can be hurt inside, they can be grieving. Those real feelings are pretty much invisible unless somebody shares them and says them. Some people can pick up on them, and that atmosphere, that feeling, we all do get a sense of how someone's feeling. But yeah, so we can't always see them. Everything real is invisible. Gifts of jasper, transformed from pearls. So that line is the jasper's the courage, transformed from the pearls. So the pearls are the grief, the grievances, the irritation. So in a pearl, then the little piece of grit will be covered by something called nacre, and transformed into something beautiful. So it's that transformation process, making a beautiful pearl from an irritation, hurt or pain, and making it beautiful, not giving in to resentment and nasty feelings. So I'll start again. A new heaven, everything real is invisible. Gifts of jasper, transformed from pearls. Emeralds made from sapphire squared, attaining to amethyst shining like diamonds dancing delicately on water. Chalcedony waltzing with topaz. Sardonyx serenading sardius. Turquoise passion speaking love. Love made whole, like an olivine. Fulfilling, complete, like a mine of treasures with no dragon. No pirates or opposition, just understanding with reason. Chrysolite gold molten into an emerald river, flowing to a chrysoprase sea. Sometimes jasper is written as ruby. They hold similar qualities, though different light refraction. So the ruby doesn't have the whole spectrum of light where jasper does. Sardonyx is sometimes known as carnelian, and jacinth is sometimes turquoise. So the gemstones listed for New Jerusalem refract the whole spectrum of light with the birefringence. It's all about light, all about attaining to light. That enlightenment through love, through loving what we do in everyday life, living life with passion and joy and happiness. And then that is the Sabbath. That does become the Sabbath, because when we do what we love, it's not actually work. It's a joy. Anyway, let's hope Jesus is returning quickly. He is coming quickly, and bringing the consciousness for healing all nations, for twofold peace. He is the Prince of Peace, for heaven on earth, as promised by God, who is love, for the promised land to come, for healing all nations, heaven on earth, and an end to slavery and excessive exploitation of anybody or anything, whether it be a resource or a person, and make this planet the beautiful paradise Earth it is designed to be. And we do need to get back to the land. Sort of farmers struggling with all this machinery, and children confined to classrooms. Let's all pull together. Let's beat our swords into ploughshares, and our spears into pruning shears, and our weapons into, I don't know what you can reduce some of the weapons that we have now, but let's just get back to the joy of the land. Let's get out into nature. Stop confining ourselves in barred classrooms and offices. We still need to run systems, of course we do. We need to work together for everybody's happiness, health and well-being, but perhaps our days can be shorter. Perhaps we can have more time in nature and outside, and we don't need to imprison ourselves into these systems that are causing so many people so much pain, suffering, illness, and so much breakdown of relationships. Maybe who knows what it'll be like. Maybe a married man and woman will be able to do more things together as one, because two that come together are one, and those that pull apart, work pulls so many couples apart and leads too many into temptation, and there's too many temptations out there, and not enough honour and respect of that honourable marriage of beautiful love between a man and a woman. Love is not a cortisol. Love is not a stress hormone. So don't remove babies from mothers either without good cause, obviously. But mothers being out to work to pay overpriced house prices, just everybody gets stressed and suffers and is ill. And mothers and children are designed by God to be together, as families are designed to be together, as communities are designed to be communities, and to thrive and bring joy and a beautiful place to live. We are the ones that can attain to that. So maybe we need to stop buying into the fear purported in so much TV and games and media. We were only talking the other day, a few people just, when we were young growing up, doors were open, children played out in the street, and, we had so much freedom, and that's gone. And what for? Yeah, locked up in a house on a computer. It's not really the real life, is it? No, it's not real. So Israel? Too stable? Inner stable? Perhaps there's just a few little adjustments to make the real life real. So real is when we are embodied in our body, the temple for God's love to dwell through Jesus Christ, for all nations, for all people of every tongue, every tribe. Jesus Christ is coming quickly. God bless.